Hello people of YouTube, this is my 5th time recording this video because my camera is dead and I'm using my mother's laptop, which is not the best. So I'm going to make this as short as I possibly can. Anyway, I've been gone for 2 months because I've been grounded and extremely busy, but I am back now and I should be back every week following with a better camera after this. Yeah. This week I'm going to talk briefly about being gender fluid at school. And I have kind of 3 topics about being gender fluid at school that I'm going to talk about, and that is teachers, peers, and bathrooms. I will start with teachers. Yeah. So, if a teacher asks, well, they probably won't ask. Most teachers won't ask about, like, why you dress a certain way some days and dress a different way others, or why you talk in a different voice some days or not, or whatever. But if you're going by a different name than your, like, birth name or whatever, just tell them. Well, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can either tell them directly, like come up to them and say, hey, I'm gender fluid, non-binary, bigender, whatever, and I prefer to be called this name. Or you can just tell them it's a nickname if you don't want to tell them about your gender. Like, it's your business. You don't have to tell anybody. You can just say, like, hey, my nickname is blank, and I'd like to be called that throughout the year. And teachers do that. You know, they'll do that for anybody. If they ask you why, you don't have to tell them. You can just say, it's been my nickname for a long time, and that's what I prefer to be called at this point. You can just say that. You can make up a story. I've done that before. I've been like, yeah, they call me Sam because of Sam Winchester from Supernatural, which is not true at all. Then, yeah, if they're like calling roll at the beginning of the year, you can just be like, hey, my nickname's Sam, or whatever your name is. Yeah. Because that's how it usually goes with teachers in the beginning of the year. Like, you know, all the kids will be like, my nickname is blank, could you call me blank, whatever. Yeah. So then, topic number 2, peers. I've had a pretty easy experience with this because my community is very accepting of all sexualities and gender identities, which is great for me. But as far as coming out is concerned, you have no obligation whatsoever to tell anybody about your gender or your sexuality. That is your business. That is you, and you don't have to tell anybody anything if you're not comfortable doing so. It's your business, and not everyone needs to know your business unless you want them to. Just remember that. So, if you want to just come out and be like, hi, I'm gender fluid, I'm bigender, I'm non-binary on, like, you know, the first week of school or whatever, then great. You are very confident in yourself, and that is wonderful. But if you're not comfortable doing that, then you don't have to say anything. If someone asks, you can either be like, oh yeah, I'm gender fluid, which means blah blah blah, or I'm non-binary, which means blah blah blah, or whatever you want to say. And you can just not say anything. Like, you don't have to tell anybody anything if you don't want to. Just remember that. And I guess that's pretty much it with peers, because my experience, like I said, has been really easy. So third topic is bathrooms. If you are not comfortable using the bathroom of your assigned gender or your birth gender or whatever, then I would talk to your administration. And by that I mean a guidance counselor or an assistant principal or the principal. I would talk to the guidance counselor personally because, you know, they're there to give you guidance, and if you're uncomfortable, then it's their job to make you feel comfortable to what they can control. So yeah, definitely tell your guidance counselors, be like, hey, because of my gender identity, you don't even have to be specific, just say your gender identity. I would like to be able to use either the other bathroom or both bathrooms or whatever you want to do. And they can do what they see fit from then on. Um, but, there's no harm in asking. Like, the worst they can do is say no. And what are they going to do other than that? Like, what can they do? Nothing. They can either say yes or they can say no. That's all they can do. So you don't have to be afraid. There's no reason to be. Well, I mean, talking to people is kind of scary, but whatever. Um, other than that, with bathrooms, I mean, if you're not comfortable talking to administration, I would email them or write a letter. But that's basically all the advice I can really think of right now. So, yeah. If anyone on this beautiful internet has any questions or anything, you can either comment or talk to me directly on any form of social media, because I am always on social media, because what can I say? I'm a shut-in. But yeah, you don't have to tell anyone anything you're not comfortable with. You have no obligation whatsoever to tell anyone anything about yourself. So just be yourself and tell people what you're comfortable with. Yeah. Yeah, other than that, just hit me up on social media. I'm pretty cool. I'm chill. I am pretty rad, too. And I'm really nice. And I'm good at giving advice. And that rhymed. But, yeah, I say that a lot. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go now because my laptop is dying. But, yes, everything will be okay someday if it's not right now. And that is the weirdest advice I've ever given, I think, maybe. Yes, perhaps. I will see the internet next week. Goodbye, au revoir, other languages, goodbye. Yeah, bye.